Ó, óbvio. Como eu acho que vai demorar muito aqui pra avançar a história, deixa eu ver. Não tem arma nova. Tem arma nova.
What became of Kupka? Why haven't we heard anything?
O Kuka já era. Tá cocado, tá de base. Ó. Vamos ver se aqui tem modo arcade. Provavelmente qualquer fase. Visão geral do modo arcade. Então a gente pode jogar as batalhas que tem, né? A gente tem aqui a primeira batalha contra o Cavaleiro, a primeira luta contra a Benedicta, né? Ah, e tem um rank ali que eu não fiz ainda, né? A luta contra o Garuda. Tifão, negócio aqui. A primeira luta contra o Titã. É que eu tô na dúvida se a luta vai mostrar o que acontece antes ou depois. Ou simplesmente vai me jogar na batalha. Se eu for rever reprise de fase, aí aqui tem as fases certinho. Presa do Draco. Eu ganho XP? Deixa eu ver aqui. Vamos ver como é que funciona. Tô nível 33, 34, alguma coisa assim. Ah, ele joga a fase inteira, né? Só pausando. Aqui é depois da primeira batalha ele perdeu, arranquei as mãos dele, né? E aí ele tá tendo dificuldade pra comer. Ele tá meio bravinho.
What did they start? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, wench! I'll kill you, Rosfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do?
É, ele meio que perdeu o Titã.
Please,
O Clive roubou o Titã dele.
just
E nisso arrancou as duas mãos dele.
The heart.
Que o Clive, ele não rouba todo o poder do Akon. Ele rouba uma parte.
His heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rosfield stole your but others have suffered a similar fate and still managed to find the strength to conjure their
Aí, tá falando da Benedicta.
like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
Ela não fez isso.
She did.
Ela não bebeu.
Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Vê que ele consegue controlar essas criaturas.
Orcs. Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
Tá cheio de orc aqui agora. Reprise de fase. Embora a estrutura da fase seja igual, derrotar inimigo rende menos XP e pode resultar em diferentes ganhos de itens. Ah, tá. Vai dar menos XP do que fazer o negócio.
Part of the Waluda army now. How the hell did that happen? They spotted us. All yours, Torgal. Get him. This one.
Chato. E aqui, assim como qualquer fase, eles enrolam um pouquinho pra te colocar pra batalhar com o Titã. Dá umas meia hora avançando aqui até chegar a batalha com o Titã.
So much for the men of the rock.
Pronto.
Dalmekia's finest. This one. Over here. It's local. This one.
Beleza. Alguns itens ainda continua. Poção.
Animals. You should never have left Ash. Get him. This one. All yours, Tor. Kill. Go, Tor. Get him.
Pronto. Até que mesmo dando pouco XP, 120 é muito, viu? Porque... Aham. Eu me surpreendi com esse mapa aqui, essa fase dá bastante XP mesmo. Comparado com todos os outros que eu fiz, só dava 15, 30 XP, que tá dando... É, a média era 100, 80, no 120, 200 de XP. De item, eles vão ficar dando muita poção.
Any further this way.
Por aqui. Agora vai começar a entrar no castelo.
Stairs. This must be the way out. Time to fight. Over here. This one.
Mini boss aqui. Eu lembro desse mini boss. Esse mini boss foi chato.
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did they get in here? Nice try. Kill.
Nossa, que raiva. Mano, como que pega isso?
It's over.
Inimigo derrotado. Ai, foi. Tem que avançar pra cá. Que aqui a gente já enfrenta o Titã e destrói o cristal junto, né?
By the flames. Come on, Torgal.
Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal on his own wasn't enough. He had to build this castle in it.
Ali vai ter uma outra batalha com o chefe. Não é que chefe, mas com os inimigos chatos pra caramba. Na época eu já... A gente...
Let the trial begin.
With me, Torgal.
Ah, Titã. Droga. Droga. Mentira, mano. Ele já o tiro pra... Mano, isso aqui foi a loucura que eu vi. Nossa, que raiva. Acabar com esse bicho logo.
You're finished.
Coveiro.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Mythos.
Milfos. Mephisto. O tio dele, o que aconteceu? O tio dele, ele não vai pra cá. Eles se separam antes de vir pra cá. Né? O tio dele mesmo fala que não ia chegar até o caminho. Aí ele pede pro Clive voltar vivo e tal, que o tio dele tem umas coisas pra fazer. E aí só vai o Clive e o Turgor pra lá. Olha, eu não tinha visto esse baú na primeira vez. Droga.
To me, Flame! Stay down!
Da outra vez que eu lutei também caiu aqui.
What the hell is going on? Are these things here for me? Or for him?
Deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa lá. Tinha um baú lá. Deixa eu ver se tá aberto. Tá aberto. Agora vai ficar vindo esses minions chato. Sala do trono. puxar isso aqui pra tentar eliminar o máximo possível. Isso. Vai. Pronto.
First walks are these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima?
Ele tá desconfiando que é do último. Ah, aqui vai ter bicho também. E aqui vem justamente esse daqui que é chato pra caramba. Deixa que pega. Ah, bicho chato. Toma. Velho, esse soco aqui é muito forte do Titã. Tira muito dano. Você pega o time certinho pra dar o soco. Eu acho até esse soco até melhor do que a ult do Titã. Agora a gente vai no... Lá não tava o prato.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle.
Aqui também vai aparecer bicho, não parece? É. Isso aqui me irrita, isso daqui.
Just what I needed.
Esses bichos pra ficar me tirando HP, poção, pras batalhas. Agora vai vir mais. Vou colocar isso daqui pra poder... Olha. Tá me ralfando.
That better be the last of them.
Pronto, agora começa a batalha.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again. What's wrong with him?
Tô tendo uma ilusão.
You got away from her. Benedicta! I'll kill you, Roswell! Oh shit, he's priming. No, not now. Come on. Find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without. Come to me, Ifrit!
Agora começa a batalha, Caju. Ah, já tô acostumado com seus padrões de ataque. Toma. O tamanho dele é uma covardia, né? Só fica atacando o pé. Se afasta, se afasta, se afasta, se afasta. Cuidado, cuidado. Toma, tiro. Opa. Toma, um pezinho. Eita, quase que eu tomo. Toma. Au. Quase que eu tomei. Skill perfeita. Agora eu tomei. Basicamente uma pessoa normal contra uma lagartixa. É bem isso mesmo. Au, tomei de novo. Vou usar esse golpe. Corre. Devia ter usado a habilidade. Eu usei errado a habilidade.
Nice trick. But if you can do it, then so could I!
Você aprendeu enxofre. Lançamento de pedra. Eita, cranca, é um meteoro isso daqui. Pronto. Haha, não contava com o meu escudo. Opa, então calma. Ai, pegou porque não consegue. O Ifrit não consegue cancelar os ataques. Ai, eu não consigo cancelar os ataques. Opa, você quer me chutar, é? Acho que é ultrapassamos a linha de pedra. Nossa, não prestei atenção que ele ia dar 2 ataques. Quase que eu me ferrei. Olê! Ai, droga! Fugi. Ai. Mano, tinha que ter uma maneira de cancelar esse ataque. Au. Toma. Nossa. Au. Au. Toma. Ele comeu o cristal. Podia ter rosa. Mano, essa parte é muito foda. Vamos lá, atrás dele. Olê. Shit. Ai, eu não aguento ele. Uou, shit. Ai, tomei a porrada. Olha o meteoro. Olha o meteoro. Opa, cuidado com o meteoro. Quebrei. Perdeu um braço. Aí tem que prestar atenção onde que ele vai atacar. Aí eu tomei a porrada aqui de bobeira. Opa, vai vir desse lado. Agora ataca aqui. Ataca. Epa, esquivei. Vai atacar ali. Pula. Opa. Ai, esquivei. Na primeira vez eu tomei muita porrada nessas mecânicas aqui que eu não entendia. Opa, vai passar pro lado de lá. Agora posso atacar. Eu não fiquei usando o poder do Ifrit. Esse poder que eu posso usar aqui. Eu esqueci de usar, então demorei um ano pra poder passar. Olê. Opa. Olê. Atenção no chão. Fica aparecendo como se fosse um choque no chão, é onde vai cair os ataques, as pedras. É só não ficar na área. Agora até um choque. Aí, não consegui fugir do Shockwave. Sabia que ia ter Shockwave, agora o segundo Shockwave. Fugir. Ih, esqueci, usei errado a habilidade. Vamos lá. Agora, porrada. Boa. Ai, tomei o Shockwave. Nossa, tomei a pedrada também. Vou usar uma cura aqui. Agora vai começar a fazer esses dois golpes chato. Fugir. Agora vai voltar. Fugir de novo. E o meteoro caindo. Shockwave. Ai, pegou. E agora a pedra. Não. Gastei a habilidade à toa ali. Chuva. Tá bem essa chicotada dele. Esquivei. Agora essa pedra. Esquivei. Boa. Foge do golpe. Fugi. Boa, vai atordoar. Boa. Tá quase indo já. Acho que a luta acabou agora. Cara, tá muito foda. Queima. É. Aí tá me jogando pro céu, ó. Agora tem que ir caindo do céu. Aí tem a mira aqui. Tem quebrando as pedras. Enquanto a gente vai caindo. Essa sim que é uma lapada. Ah, ó. Essa parte aqui é chata, porque é muito ruim de controlar aqui. Ai, aí eu fico tomando essas porradas boba. Ai. É, tem muita inspiração de Azura War. Au. Isso daqui lembra Senhor dos Anéis também. Essa queda infinita. Au. Ai, que mentira. Ai, que mentira. Eu não sei como que esquiva disso daqui. Ai. Até o estilo gráfico nos momentos do Eiko te dá uma ajuda, né? Eu não joguei, mas eu conheço a história. Opa! Esquivei. Au. Já vai. Au. Peguei ele. Vai apanhar no popote. Agora que percebi também que o Ifrit dá um Shoryuken. Eu tava dando Shoryuken todo esse tempo. Só agora que você percebeu? Ele dá um tipo de Shoryuken e Hadouken. Au. Au, deixa eu recuperar um pouco de HP. Toma. Esquiva perfeita. Receba. Ele tá absorvendo. É a giradinha. E toma, socão. Você derrotou a Titã. 400. Aqui deu acho que 2000 e pouco na primeira vez. Tem lâmina de fogo agora. Fosse uma espada. E o Hugo petrificado. Ele usou muito Ether.
Mortimer. What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Ty! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
E que tá falando que ele precisa pegar o do Joshua, matar o Joshua pra depois ir atrás dele.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty,
É, esse é o dominante de Odin.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head.
Eu acho que quem mandou a cabeça da Benedita foram eles pro Hugo, pra poder ver se ele lutava. Porque o Cid não ia mandar a cabeça da Benedicta pro Hugo.
Oh, that the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Ele finaliza. Ele é cego? Eu acho que não. Eu não reparei. Você acha que ele é cego? E aí, depois de tudo isso, chegou onde a gente tá. Volta todo mundo pra casa. Por essa batalha incrível. Que por enquanto tá como a melhor.
Came of Kupka. Why haven't we heard anything?
Eu ainda acho que provavelmente a do Bahamut vai ser a melhorzinha. Olhou meio esbranquiçado, sem retina, nem nada. Pode ser, mas eu acho que não é não, viu? Mas se ele for, o cara é o É o bichão mesmo pra ser cego e ser Odin. Pode ser que seja por causa do Odin, né? O Odin, ele é cego de um olho. Ó, tem novos inimigos aqui. Esse bicho aqui deve ser forte. Caçada dá bastante XP, mano. Vai, vamos avançar aqui. Deixa eu ver se tem side quest. Avançar aqui na história um pouco. O que a gente retornou.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movement since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
Fala com a Vivi. Nada de novo. Ainda não liberou a loja da menina aqui também. Vamos ver como que tá a situação agora.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly
Sem
a scratch
arranhão.
on him.
Fui pisoteado.
Picked up one or two.
Fui espancado. Caiu pedra na minha cabeça.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
E essa Adamanta mesmo. No Final Fantasy XV tem ela. É uma tartaruga gigante.
The kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fierce.
Será que eu vou atrás do Odin primeiro e não do Bahamut?
But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash.
Tá aumentando mais ainda.
Shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Não falou muita coisa com coisa.
In summary, I know not to what end the royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin
Nossa,
to
eu vou
heal.
ter que ir falando com cada um.
Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Vai falando com todo mundo sobre isso. Podia fazer um cartaz na entrada. O Gugu ficar morto. É o Ferreira e com ela. Aí vai liberar itens novos, provavelmente.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kuka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head though.
Olha aí, liberou item novo aqui.
And what can I do for you?
O que a gente tem aqui? Espada que eu não tenho. Tem interesse nenhum aqui. Aumenta. Causado. Papapá. Nada assim de novo. Pera. Aumenta os pontos de habilidade. Ah, já tem isso aqui.
Finished, are you?
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you.
Faz 5 anos desde o ataque do Hugo.
Words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Ah, me dê armas, eu quero arma. Espada nova.
Clive,
O que você pode forjar aqui? Caraca, olha essa aqui. Espada de diamante mais 1. Aumenta 30. E essa daqui aumenta só 15. Osso. Serper Orval. Não sei, não tem esse item ainda. Então vamos fazer esse daqui.
should last you a good while.
Tá. Esse daqui, né? E forjar. Vou melhorar essa daqui. Melhorar.
You can thank me later.
Agora já não dá pra forjar isso daqui. Dá pra tipo, colocar 3. Beleza. Deixa eu ir aqui. De quem que é essa carta aqui? Ah, tá, do menino lá. De segundo. Tá, esse daqui. Falar agora com o estudioso.
Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right.
Caralho.
Brilliant.
O cara não vai dar aula só porque mataram.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kuka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake. Like some terrible force of nature.
É o que ele se acha também, né? Ele se acha uma força da natureza.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Voltar pro outro. E agora eu tô na dúvida. Eu acho que a gente vai atrás do Odin. Eu achei que eu ia deixar o Odin por último. Mas acho que o Bahamut vai ser por último.
Seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something? Just spreading the word.
Pensar. Vamos ver, vai dar alguma merda.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed. No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone.
I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him. You're right. I should.
Vamos visitar o túmulo do
And I
Cid.
will. Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave. Very well. I'll suggest it.
Tá lá mesmo. Está o túmulo do Cid. Levar a filha dele também.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The
Aw.
Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together.
Ó, que legal.
Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little
um
dockyard
barco,
in
legal.
Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here.
Vai ser as...
Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what
Já
to do.
entendi. Vai ser encheção de linguiça.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Até sei, vamos ver o que a gente vai ter aqui. Ele vem aqui, vai pegar as peças.
Editors started reading books that don't have any plot.
A gente vai ter que montar esse barco pra depois ela ir lá e no outro mundo do pai e contar o negócio e aí a gente vê o que vai acontecer.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Missão. Pegando os materiais necessários. Provavelmente não é aqui. Deixa eu ver se... Vai subir aquela habilidade do soco? Não. Esse daqui, né? Precisando subir ela, hein? Vou subir ela. Ah, mas deixou no mapa. Vamos ver se tem outro local pra pegar. Tem side quest aqui. Tem side quest aqui também. A infecção tá mais e mais forte. Será que eu tenho que falar com ele e entregar os itens? Eu já tenho.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Vamos dar o Gav.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Valcroy, eh? That's down past Alamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
Bem, ali tem uma side quest pra fazer, então a gente já... Vamos lá. Uma? Pode ser duas, né? Ou três. Nossa, pode ser umas 40. Deixa eu ver. Tem só um. Menos mal. Então vamos ver aqui o negócio da side quest.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
No, gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see.
Tá vendo nessa? Boa noite. Beleza, Toninho. Vai lá.
All right.
Descanso, cara.
And
And that's where I'll start.
Valeu aí. Vamos lá. Tem um tempinho ainda. Um tá aqui, o outro não, o outro tá lá, longe pra caramba. Vamos vir aqui. Tô vendo inimigo. Ih, acho que aquilo ali é uma caça. É um monstro que eu preciso caçar. Cavaleiro de lâmina. Vamos caçar.
My blade yet hungers, and so do I. Come, let us feast on your flesh.
Your feasting days are over.
Uau. Pronto. Você remisou. Bora. Speed nível. Quatro.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Vamos agora pra uma tuta chocobo, esse bicho. Tá olhando lá, o cockpit.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
Focus on the job at hand. Think about what you can do right now.
What use is proofing loaves when... Wait. Perhaps the solution has been in the bakery all along. You've opened my eyes. Thank you, friend, and fare thee well.
Nossa.
Wait.
Mas eu acho que o cara não queria ouvir isso sim.
Suppose you won't be needing.
Ele só não queria ouvir mesmo.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
Bonito.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Beleza, passa aqui os itens. 300 pontos. Vamos lá.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Ó, o Gav ali.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Não pra não. Dá pra ir por aqui.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Tinha esquecido completamente desse negócio. Não dá pra atravessar. Três.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Caraca.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you.
Tá bem fraquinha as quests agora. pega a conversa dos três quando
Right.
a gente salva
That's enough
ele.
soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Beleza. Mas vamos aproveitar. Vamos pra Perdida. Vamos fazer a quest que tem que fazer aqui.
Good day to you.
We haven't much, but you're free to look.
Tá. Pegar uma poção.
Hope it's to your liking. Ah, yes. I hope it's to your liking. Ah, yes. I trust it's all here.
Vamos ver o que ele tem.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
No disaster.
Hello, Sid.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
Tá, vamos lá, esse daqui.
It's all but spent.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me. And I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Beleza.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Vamos pra lá. Vamos ver o que tem lá.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on... Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first.
Eita.
My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Eita. Missão concluída.
I'm not going to change his mind.
É. Que confusão.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Entendi.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Coisa nova não tem. Vamos lá. Não é pra cá. Pra cá que tem que ir.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Beleza. Vamos lá pro local, matar o bicho que tem que matar. Seria grifo.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Tem uma batalha aqui.
You know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
Vamos se preparar para a batalha. Tem ninguém aqui na entrada. A primeira coisa que eu faria era puxar... fechar a porta.
This one.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Vamos lá bater no bicho que tem que bater.
Anybody home?
And
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Go, Torval!
things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Do guerreiro aumenta a duração do tônico robusto.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
No surprises there.
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. All done?
$1.900. Mais que seja legal, vou pegar aqui mais uma aqui pra poder subir o nível aqui. Tá.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Harpocrates, Do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Certinho, né? Claro.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
voltar pra lá. Ah não, isso aqui é aquela cidade lá do véu.
Now, where's Jill?
E o que tem aqui?
Do you see anything you like? And a fine, fine day to you.
A gente tá por aqui.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised fresh cuts. Come and get them before they're gone.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Ah, yes. Good day.
How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Oi, don't touch anything. Go on. Take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
All anyone ever wants anymore.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You're right.
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Ligar aqui. Vamos ver. Esse barco.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
Isso daí.
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Agora eu posso upar. Tem 4. 4 barras no negócio, da ult. Vem pra cá, é pra cá.
It's no joke.
I went up to give some creams to the chocolate.
Provavelmente eu vou fazer esse quest aqui e vou
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
tentar ver se dá pra ir no negócio do sítio, senão a gente para por aqui.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Mano, o lábio da NPC nem se mexe. Eita, que dose. Se eu entendi bem, a gente tá montando um bar. Algum tempo depois. E aí, o que eu tô pensando mesmo? Tá, aí tá o leme.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Terminamos.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Nova carta ali. Deixa eu salvar. Vamos pegar a quest primeiro antes de falar com ele. Porque eu acho que é a quest a batalha. Tenho quase certeza que é a quest da batalha, que o cara tá pedindo ajuda.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help? What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Essa side quest eu vou deixar pra fazer na próxima live. Essa daqui deve ser da batalha. Ah, não. Só.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Mais uma quest aqui.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realized he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. We can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Bem, deu uma avançada aqui, mas, gente... Salvar aqui... Ficar pra próxima. Espero que o vlog agora tenha salvado tudo certinho. Eu vou deixar salvo com a luta mesmo, porque eu queria ter colocado a luta no outro negócio. Então, gente, boa noite a todos. Olha a presença de cada um. E... Não. Calma aí. Tô sendo apressado, né? Aqui que eu vou falar isso, né? Mas então. Hoje eu foquei mais ali pra poder fazer aquela luta, porque... Como aconteceu, né? Realmente não tá salvando o áudio. Espero que salve agora. Vou testar depois que finalizar aqui pra poder salvar. Poder subir. Então... Sexta-feira a gente vai ter uma live e a gente continua a história aqui e tal. Porque, pelo que eu vi, tem bastante sidequest. Vou fazer sidequest primeiro pra depois avançar na história. Eu acho que vai ter uma guerra que a gente vai enfrentar. Deixa eu mudar aqui pro chat. Pra gente analisar aqui.